Are you tired of being looked over by men and women alike? You feel invisible in the vast pool of men, and you don't know how to stand out. That's not a way to live. And if you're worried you're always going to be this way, then we're here to change your life. From being kind to making killer first impressions, there are plenty of habits that can make you exude that magnetic charm. And this video has got them all. Let's dive in. Number 10. Shifting spotlight. You'd think that people who come as alluring and magnetic must have a habit of hogging the spotlight. Yet you couldn't be more wrong. One of the things that set these truly influential and affluent individuals is their desire to not hog the spotlight. Don't you think there's something inherently off-putting about individuals who crave attention desperately? Well, there is. And here's something fascinating for you. You really don't need to be the life of the party to exude magnetic charm. In fact, it's often quite the contrary. Being attractive isn't about being the most captivating person in the room. It's all about making sure that you're genuinely interested in others as well, apart from being concerned about yourself. The trick is to not try to get people interested in you. That'll honestly get you nowhere. However, you're going to attract more people by being genuinely interested in them. Why is that so? When you authentically engage with others and take your ample time to appreciate what makes them different, you'll see a change in how people perceive you. You'll be shocked at how effortlessly magnetic and charismatic you become. Even research from positive psychology shows the more we fixate on ourselves, the more we tend to spiral into feelings of desperation and anxiety. So to get an instant mood shift, try shifting the spotlight from yourself. Number 9. Asking the right questions. Have you ever been in a room where there's always someone who's asking all the smart questions? Some people might be impressed by this kind of behavior, and some people might find him to be a snob. But believe it or not, people who ask the right questions are always the ones who come off as charming. One of the most common blunders men make is that they become so preoccupied with formulating their next responses that they miss out on truly listening to what's been said. And oftentimes, when they reply back, they always have something to say about themselves. Now, conventional wisdom teaches you to bombard others with questions to show interest and look smart. But this wisdom comes with a catch. If you solely rely on this tactic, you'll come off as an interrogator rather than a conversationalist. Even worse, you might end up asking questions that are pointless and hold little relevance to the person you're speaking with. The approach you want to adopt when you're trying to become magnetic is to ask questions that genuinely pique other people's interests. This will build your rapport, and you'll be fascinated by other people's interest in talking to you. Number 8. Genuineness. One of the cornerstones of magnetic men is that they're authentic. Now, it's understandable. Pretending to be someone you're not to fit in seems like an alluring option. It may also seem like a noble gesture, but the reality of this is quite different. When you pretend to be someone you're not, you're going to end up resenting yourself and sow seeds of doubt within yourself and other people around you. If you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Would you like to hang out with someone who you know is a fake? Nope, you won't. So why bother with a charade? As Oscar Wilde said, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. It's a simple reminder that when you embrace your true self and appear as you are, people will automatically find you attractive based on your courage to be authentic. More so, you're going to give other people the opportunity to trust you. And trustworthy people are not only charming, they're attractive and magnetic as well. Number 7. Being a good listener. Here's the deal. If you're looking to exude magnetic charm, you'll find nothing quite as effective as mastering the art of listening. Many people dampen their magnetic potential by constantly critiquing and judging others. Now, this tarnishes their influence, but it also creates this invisible barrier between them and other people around them. No one likes to be around someone who's constantly picking out flaws and has nothing valid to contribute to the conversation. And believe us, other people can sense this from a mile apart. But it's not that hard to break free from this habit of criticism. All you need to do is shift your perspective. You can ditch the lens of judgment and try seeing things through the eyes of others. Now, this doesn't mean that you should compromise on your principles and beliefs just to agree with someone else, but it means that you're opening your mind up to understanding different perspectives. This will send a signal to other people that you're the guy who gets it. Number 6. First impressions. There's nothing impossible to come back from than a bad first impression. That's why every magnetic individual you meet almost always has a killer first impression. The thing is that if you don't make a lasting first impression, people will not remember you. And if you make a bad first impression, people will not remember you the way you want them to, which is in a good light. So to make sure that you always land on the good side of people, practice a killer first impression. For this, make sure that your body language projects confidence and self-assuredness. You should stand tall, offer a firm handshake, and never forget to make eye contact, and you'll be on your way to exuding charming confidence. Number 5. Remember names. A name holds a lot of power. It's an entire identity within itself. You must have noticed how good it feels when someone remembers and uses your name. In return, you must have also made an effort to remember them. Well, this is because a name is more than just a label. And if you want to excuse magnetic charisma, you need to remember people's names. In Dale Carnegie's timeless classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People, he observed that a person's name is the sweetest sound to their ears. In fact, a lot of behavioral research has since proven this insight right. When you use someone's name, you make them feel acknowledged and open up the possibility to create a more meaningful connection. So if you're someone who struggles to remember people's names, you should work on it. You can turn it into a fun game, and never hesitate to ask for clarification and correct pronunciation of other people's names if you struggle with it. They'll surely remember you for a long time. Number 4. Vulnerability. There's a common misconception that vulnerability is counterintuitive to strength. However, charismatic and magnetic individuals have long understood the power of vulnerability to create genuine connections. Now, one thing that most men don't do is strike a balance. Either they open up too much and too fast, or they keep themselves reserved way too much. The trick here is to keep your cards close to yourself and only reveal them strategically. Opening up is one of the efficient ways to cultivate a deeper connection. But sometimes, sharing intimate and personal details too fast could repel people away. People might perceive you as a constant complainer, so you have to let go of the victim mentality. It dampens your magnetic potential. You have to exercise caution and allow other people space to open up about themselves as well. When you do this, you exude a trustworthy personality which every individual strives for. Number 3. Kindness. Now, looks are not the only thing that sets these truly attractive individuals apart. We've established this. But what's the most magnetic thing about these individuals? It's kindness and their ability to spread happiness and make others feel genuinely valued. If you think about it, nobody is attracted to rudeness or disrespect. Instead, you're naturally drawn towards warmth and kindness. And it's all in the little gestures. You can hold the door open for someone, or you can help a friend with their chores, or even pay a compliment to someone to make their day. This kind of genuine kindness is not about grand gestures or empty flattery. It's about being sincere in what you do. When you adopt this kind of mindset, people will automatically find you alluring because you'll give off an aura that's warm and kind. Number 2. Strong eye contact. The power of maintaining strong eye contact is underrated. It can actually completely transform a conversation. Many people mistake it for politeness, but eye contact is a powerful tool to captivate people's attention. When you lock eyes with someone while they're still speaking, you send a signal that you value what they have to say. Beyond courtesy, eye contact creates a sense of connection which makes the listener feel seen and heard. And guess what? When people feel seen and heard, they're naturally bound to be more attentive and receptive. They'll be interested in what you have to offer, as you are interested in what they had to offer. Number 1. Being present. If you've ever conversed with a person who commands the room, then you know that these magnetic individuals have the power to make anyone feel like a superstar. That's the secret trait every magnetic individual possesses. If you want to be one, then you have to have an unwavering presence. When people talk to you, they must feel like they're the only person in the world. People who seem perpetually distracted or they're on their phones all the time leave others feeling overlooked and undervalued. A magnetic and charming man never does that. It's frustrating, and it's similar to talking to a brick wall. Now, if you struggle with having a strong presence, you can always practice. If you find your mind wandering during conversations with others, try grounding yourself in the present moment. It'll be difficult at first, but with time, you'll emerge as a magnetic superstar. Found this video helpful? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and drop your thoughts below.